Hello Kamen Rider fans, this is a review of the S.I.C. Kamen Rider New Den-O Strike Form. And we have here, it's not really box art, it's more of a design. We have a hot foil silhouette of Kamen Rider New Den-O Strike Form. And it says at the top, limited, because this is a limited edition of the S.I.C. And I will not take this any longer, and then let's open this and then let's take a look on what he has in store for you guys. So here are the accessories. We have two holding hands, two open splayed hands, dengasher pieces for the belt, and the rider pass. It seems like there's not much going on Kamen Rider New Den-O, but in fact these are the things you only need when you want to play with this figure. The true allure of these accessories is the Teddy Machete. This sword has all the details and the paint applications you need, and the sculpting on this sword is really spot on. The paint applications make it more metallic, and from afar you would mistaken this as a die cast. What people don't know is that these dengasher pieces come together that adds another gimmick to the set. There are pegs and sockets that fit well together to form the dengasher. To put these pieces on the holsters, each dissected part has its own socket so you can peg in on Kamen Rider New Den-O. If you don't know which one goes into which area, you may always refer to the manual on how to work on these. Replacing the hand is not rocket science. Because this figure belongs to the third generation of S.I.Cs, the hand is molded on a peg, just like the Volume 13 Kamen Rider Kuga. Let's go through the articulation points. We have a head and neck joint, swiveling arm here, double jointed elbow, a swiveling hand also, and it is on a hinge too, so you can flap around the hand from side to side. We have a upper torso and waist and all the jazz for a typical S.I.C. I mean the third generation of S.I.Cs, so you can see here. The holsters are also on hinges so that it won't restrict in doing Kamen Rider kicks. You can swivel this back and forth or side to side depending on how far you want the legs to go. The only die-cast parts that I can see here are the gauntlets, or I mean the arm and leg accessories or accents here in bronze or gold, supposed to be. But these are the only things I can see right now that are die-cast. The rest are in hard plastic. And then unlike the SH figure art counterpart, this one is in translucent plastic, and then you can still see the blue here. It's not obvious from afar, but when you take a look closely, this is a clear translucent plastic. I mean, this is a clear plastic, and then the belt here is in translucent plastic. And just like the SH figure art, you can see the compound eyes and the details inside of this red visor. But there are differences between this because the fins here doesn't move. It's but it's already locked in on the shoulder pad, so you don't need to worry about these moving around too much when you try to play with New Den-O. And the paint applications, from what I've experienced so far with S.I.Cs, I think it's more oil based than your usual paint applications that you usually see on SH figures or the early versions of S.I.Cs. But this I think this is more oil based because it really looks oily to me, but I don't see any hints that this has been sprayed with oil. So I think that's my opinion. If you know what kind of paint applications that went through this figure, do place your comments below. So far it's looking good, and one clear thing I'm really happy about SICs are the details. Even the rider pass here, this is how you do a rider pass. We have the logo here and we have some details at the back. In SH figures you won't see this kind of details on the rider pass. From my experience so far with SH figures, Kamen Rider Den-O figures, this is how you do it. And this is really spot on. So I'm really happy that they actually place some decals or paint applications to make it more realistic, or at least close to the show. This is one of the reasons why S.I.C trumps against S.H figure arts. First, the sculpting is more intricate than the S.H figure art, and in most cases are more accurate than SHFs. You have all the articulation points and joints that you need to play with Kamen Rider New Den-O Strike Form, and the accessory count is not too overwhelming and even large enough not to lose these. Most collectors would even agree that this S.I.C is really worth the wait and worth every penny that you spend on it. For me, Kamen Rider New Den-O Strike Form in S.I.C form is one of the best offerings that came out of the S.I.C line. There are no loose joints, there are no problem areas, and most of all, there are no details left unturned. In fact, he has more than what you hoped for. And that is my review of the S.I.C Kamen Rider New Den-O Strike Form. If you want to know the possibilities for this figure, always check out the photos at the end of the video. And also subscribe to my blogspot, and you may check out the full gallery of this figure on my Facebook. This is Firestarter. Thank you very much for watching, and see you on my next review.